Hello everyone, welcome back to Relax History AI. Some individuals don't just belong to their own time. They live on in the memory of humanity. They ignited revolutions, laid the foundations of modern science, art, politics, and medicine. Vidyasagar, a tireless voice for justice. Robespierre, the relentless symbol of revolution. From Volta, Watt, and Pascal to Sydenham. Brilliant minds who opened paths to the future through thought and discovery. And then there are remarkable figures like George Cayley, San Martín, Molière, and Emily Brontë. Each one a vivid chapter of living history. Today, thanks to AI technology, they return, uncannily lifelike, as if history itself were whispering in your ear. Who would you like to meet next? Leave a comment below. Note: the images and audio in this video are not original footage, but have been recreated with AI using reliable historical sources. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Number 1.
Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, 1820–1891, was a leading reformer and educator in 19th century Bengal. He simplified the Bengali script, promoted universal education, and worked tirelessly to improve access to schooling for girls. A bold advocate for women's rights, he was instrumental in the passing of the Hindu Widow Remarriage Act in 1856, breaking long-standing social taboos. Vidyasagar passed away in 1891, leaving a profound legacy that shaped the foundations of modern India.
Number 2.
Maximilien Robespierre, 1758–1794, a French lawyer and revolutionary, was a prominent leader during the French Revolution and the Reign of Terror from 1793 to 1794. Nicknamed the Incorruptible, he used revolutionary violence to defend Republican ideals, ordering the execution of thousands, labeled as counter-revolutionaries. Overthrown and executed in 1794, Robespierre left a legacy marked by contradiction between noble ideals and brutal force.
Number 3.
Maria Theresa, 1717–1780, the most powerful queen of the Habsburg dynasty, was Archduchess of Austria, Queen of Hungary, and Queen of Bohemia. She ruled for 40 years, rose to the throne amid a succession crisis, preserved the empire, and carried out sweeping reforms in administration, the military, finance, and education. She was the wife of Emperor Francis I and mother of 16 children, including Marie Antoinette. She died in 1780. Her legacy was a stable, modernized empire at the heart of Central Europe.
Number 4.
Frederick the Great, 1712 to 1786. The illustrious King of Prussia was a brilliant military leader and Enlightenment reformer. He conquered Silesia from Austria, modernized the army, administration, education, and agriculture. During the 7 Years' War, he defended Prussia against powerful coalitions and turned it into one of Europe's leading military powers. A lover of the arts, he played the flute and wrote philosophical works. He died in 1786, leaving behind a strong and disciplined Prussian state.
Number 5.
Arthur Wellesley, 1769 to 1852. Duke of Wellington was a brilliant British general who defeated Napoleon at Waterloo in 1815, ending the Napoleonic era. Born into Irish nobility, he proved himself in India and the Iberian campaigns, later serving twice as prime minister. With strong conservative views, he left a dual legacy: an undefeated commander and a steadfast statesman, an enduring military icon in British history.
Number 6.
Klemens von Metternich, 1773 to 1859. Austrian statesman and diplomat, was the chief architect of post-Napoleonic Europe. As foreign minister and later chancellor, he led the Congress of Vienna in 1815, restoring the balance of power and preserving monarchies across the continent, a symbol of conservatism. He fiercely opposed revolutionary and liberal movements. Metternich died in 1859, leaving a lasting legacy in diplomacy and the political stability of 19th century Europe.
Number 7.
Molière, 1622 to 1673, brilliant French playwright and actor, master of classical comedy. Through works like Tartuffe, The Misanthrope, and The Imaginary Invalid, he satirized hypocrisy, superstition, and social pretension. Despite criticism from the church, he was supported by King Louis XIV. Molière died shortly after performing the role of a sick man on stage, becoming an enduring symbol of French theatrical art.
Number 8.
Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, 1763 to 1844, a general under Napoleon, one of the rare men to become king without noble birth. In 1810, he was elected Crown Prince of Sweden and later became King Karl XIV Johann. Though he once fought against Sweden, he brought peace and modernization to the country. He died in 1844, founding a royal dynasty that still reigns in Sweden today.
Number 9.
Selim III, 1761 to 1808, a reform-minded sultan of the Ottoman Empire, initiated the Nizam-e-Tedid movement to modernize the army and the administrative system in a Western style. A lover of poetry and the arts, he aimed to revive a declining empire. However, his reforms faced fierce opposition from the conservative Janissaries. In 1807, he was overthrown in a coup and assassinated the following year, marking the tragic end of a bold effort to reform the empire.
Number 10.
Paracelsus, 1493 to 1541, a Swiss physician, alchemist, and philosopher, was a pioneer of modern medicine. He rejected traditional healing methods, promoted the use of chemistry in medicine, and introduced mineral-based treatments. He famously stated, "The dose makes the poison," emphasizing the importance of dosage in pharmacology. Although controversial in his time, his ideas laid the foundation for modern pharmacology and experimental medicine, making him one of the most influential figures in the history of medical science.
Number 11.
Blaise Pascal, 1623, 1662, a French mathematician, physicist, and philosopher, a true prodigy from a young age. He laid the foundations of probability theory, invented the first mechanical calculator, and discovered fluid pressure, known today as Pascal's law. After a profound religious experience, he turned to philosophy and theology, writing the influential work Pensées. At just 39, Pascal left a deep and lasting mark on both science and religious thought.
Number 12.
Stephen Hales, 1677 to 1761, was an English scientist and clergyman, the father of plant physiology, and a pioneer in measuring blood pressure in animals. He studied root pressure, photosynthesis, and the circulatory system, laying the foundation for modern physiology. Hales improved ventilation systems on ships and in prisons, saving thousands from disease. With a mind rooted in science and ethics, he left a lasting legacy in medicine and environmental science.
Number 13.
James Watt, 1736 to 1819, was a Scottish inventor and engineer, known as the father of the modern steam engine. In 1765, he improved the Newcomen engine by adding a separate condenser, dramatically boosting its efficiency and powering the Industrial Revolution. Though he didn't invent the steam engine, Watt transformed how it was used. The unit of power, the watt, is named in his honor. He passed away in 1819, leaving a profound legacy in mechanics and applied science.
Number 14.
Alessandro Volta, 1745–1827, a brilliant Italian physicist, was the father of the world's first electric battery. In 1800, he invented the voltaic pile, the first continuous source of electric current, ushering in the age of electrification. This revolutionary invention laid the groundwork for modern electrical physics and future electronic devices. The unit volt was named in his honor. Volta died in 1827, leaving behind an immortal legacy in the history of science.
Number 15.
Friedrich Schiller, 1759–1805, was a great German poet, playwright, and philosopher. His play The Robbers, 1781, ignited the Sturm und Drang movement, while William Tell and the poem Ode to Joy celebrated freedom and humanity. Ode to Joy was set to music by Beethoven in his Ninth Symphony, becoming a global anthem. A close friend of Goethe, Schiller helped shape the golden age of Weimar literature. He died in 1805, leaving behind a monumental legacy in art, thought, and culture.
Number 16.
Thomas Sydenham, 1624–1689, an English physician, was known as the English Hippocrates. He emphasized the importance of clinical observation and accurate symptom description over abstract theory. Sydenham pioneered the treatment of malaria with quinine and described diseases such as rheumatism and scarlet fever. His writings laid the foundation for modern clinical medicine. He died in 1689, leaving a lasting impact on the practice of medicine.
Number 17.
George Cayley, 1773–1857, was a pioneering English inventor and engineer, hailed as the father of aviation. In 1799, he defined the principles of aerodynamics with the four forces of flight: lift, thrust, drag, and weight. He built the first glider model in 1804 and achieved the first manned flight in 1853. Cayley's groundbreaking work laid the foundation for modern aviation and directly inspired the Wright brothers. He died in 1857, leaving a monumental legacy in the history of engineering and flight.
Number 18.
Matthew Flinders, 1774–1814, was an English explorer and navigator, the first to chart the full coastline of the Australian continent, and to propose the name Australia. Alongside his cat, Trim, he circumnavigated the continent aboard the Investigator, mapping its geography in detail. Though imprisoned for years on Mauritius, Flinders completed his vital work. His legacy laid the foundation for Australia's geographic identity and nationhood.
Number 19.
Emily Brontë, 1818–1848, an English novelist and poet, best known for her singular masterpiece Wuthering Heights, a haunting and tempestuous novel far ahead of its time. With bold prose and emotional intensity, she forged a lasting icon of dark romantic literature, though she died at just 30. Emily left an enduring legacy as one of the most enigmatic and rebellious literary geniuses of the 19th century.
Number 20.
José de San Martín, 1778–1850, a hero of South American independence, led Argentina, Chile, and Peru in their liberation from Spanish rule. Once an officer in the Spanish army, he returned to his homeland and became a brilliant strategist of the revolutionary cause. After freeing Peru, he stepped away from power and lived in exile in France. His name remains forever linked with South America's fight for freedom. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to share it with your friends and hit subscribe so you won't miss our next exciting content.